Tell me if you really there. Don't make me fall in love again if he won't be here next.
Hey guys, thank you so much for clicking on this video. My name is Shana, the Shana Bell, and welcome to day 2 of Vlogmas. So today we'll be doing another pick a card reading. Sorry, my friend's calling me. But yeah, today we'll be doing another pick a card reading. Today's topic today will be financial guidance from the universe. So basically guidance from the universe to increase your finances. So ending off 2023 and then leading into 2024, you can end off 2023 on a good note and start off 2024 on a good note, on a high note. So yes, also this is a timeless reading, so it doesn't necessarily have to be the time I'm recording this and posting it. If you see this in 2025 and you get messages from it, then so be it. But do understand that I'm recording this for Vlogmas day 2 of 2023. It is timeless though, so don't worry about that. Okay, so I will have the 3 pictures come up right after this in order for you guys to pick your pile. So meditate on the 3 pictures and pick the pile and or piles that you are most called to, and I'll see you guys in your reading. Also, just a reminder, if you would like to see the extended version of this reading, then make sure you are subscribed to my Patreon, because the extended reading will be going up on there. The cheapest, most inexpensive tier is only $5.55, so it's very affordable, and I'll be posting every day on Patreon, hopefully multiple readings every day on Patreon. So my 18+, the extended, and the drunk readings will all be on Patreon and not on my YouTube channel, just to make sure that my YouTube channel doesn't get demonetized or get any strikes set against it. That's why the 18+ and drunk ones will only be on my Patreon. If I'm doing a reading here and then like a message here and there comes up, then you know, I'll say it. But if you want like 18+ readings, or for me to be like uncensored and things like that, or like the fun ones where I'm doing like collective drunk readings, or you know, drunk messages or whatever from your person, you're gonna have to go on my Patreon to get those. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into your readings.
All around, and I'm trying to play it cool, but it's hard to focus when I see you walking across the room.
So pile number 1 for your financial reading, if you pick the photo, I believe this is Paris. Like, it's out the window, looking outside the window of Paris. There's a balcony. There's like a little bit of the Christmas trees peeking through at the side, and there's like crumpets with a glass of wine and such. Then this is the reading for you. So Lord Heavenly Father, please tap me into pile number 1's energy, so I may deliver these messages to them with accuracy, precision, honesty, and truth, for the good of all and harm to none. Amen. Lord Heavenly Father, what financial guidance can you give my pile number 1's? Also, just so you know, if you would like the extended version of this reading, you can find the link to my Patreon in the description box below. It's $5.55 if you would like to join my Patreon. Okay, so we're going to start off with the Mermaid Tarot Mermaid Tarot deck and see what messages come through in order to help you improve your finances this month. Okay, this is a timeless reading, so it doesn't matter when you're watching this. We have the 6 of Cups. Ugh, my battery's about to die. Natural guidance. We have the 8 of Cups in reverse. Okay. I'm here and go back to the basics. We have the Emperor in reverse. I'm gonna take one more. Okay, there you go. And then we have the 10 of Wands in reverse coming out. Okay. So, and at the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Cups. Okay, so go back to the basics and fall back in love with what you loved as a child. Stop walking away from your projects and your endeavors as soon as you see like the little bit, like as soon as you see some type of adversary, what's the word, like as soon as you see some type of setback whether you see, oh my gosh, gather my thoughts. Okay, it's like the moment you see some type of success in it or you see some type of setback, you walk away, instead of just continuing to stay consistent with it. There's a quote and it's like, stay consistent, because when motivation is gone, consistency will keep you going, something like that, right? So go back to the basics. So every time I see myself getting like depressed or like sad again, I go back to the basics of my spiritual practices. I make sure, okay, am I meditating every day? Am I saying gratitude every day? Am I saying my affirmations every day? Am I journaling every day? You know, things like that. So then am I burning my incense every day? Am I burning a candle every day? Even if it's something that simple, am I doing my skincare every day? Am I pouring into myself the way I need to? Am I giving myself the attention that I need? Things like that, right? So, or if it's like, okay, sorry about that, my battery died. This is the second reading I'm recording today, so it, you know, okay. But yeah, so say it's like finances wise, right? So I make money off of doing social media content creation. So if I want to grow my YouTube channel, I'm like, okay, if my YouTube channel isn't growing the way I need it to, I'm like, okay, am I posting consistently? Am I still putting out good quality content? Am I still putting out the content that my viewers subscribe to me, or my subscribers subscribe to me for in the first place? Things like that. So go back to the basics and don't be so quick to walk away or change, or, you know, feel as though you're not good enough just because of the smallest change. Like, especially if you're doing like social media content creation, numbers go up and down, they fluctuate so quickly, so easily, and it doesn't even necessarily mean that you're doing something wrong or right or whatever the case is. Sometimes it's just the algorithm is going to favor you this month and then it doesn't favor you the next month, and then so on and so forth, right? Because trends are always like, sometimes things are trending, sometimes it's not. So it's like you can't really base your life based off of trends and based off of the numbers. You just have to keep showing up for your viewers and your subscribers and your fans, right? Say if you work a job, like, or you have like you own a business, right? Some days you're gonna have more sales than others. It's just look at what you are doing on a consistent basis. That's going to help contribute to you having more of a consistently high order day on a more consistent basis than having low order days, right? So are you promoting your products? Are you making sure that your products are always good quality? Are you always having good customer service? You know, things like that. Are you sending out reminders for like empty carts? Are you always are you giving like coupons out so they can, you know, your loyal customers can have like an incentive to come and shop your things like that? Like, did you have a Silver Black Friday in the first place, or, you know, Cyber Monday? Did you do things like that? So yeah. And then also you might want to start delegating your tasks. So with the 10 of Wands in reverse, you might have a lot of like too much of a load on your back where you can't keep up with all of the tasks that you have to do. Like, you can't keep up with it, you can't be consistent, so you might need to delegate. Like, maybe you don't like promoting your stuff and like marketing your stuff, so you might want to hire influencers or, you know, a social media manager or something, so then they can take care of it. If you're a social media influencer or something like that, maybe you want to hire a manager who can help you get brand deals and things like that, so you don't have to worry about it. Or maybe you want to get a social media assistant so they can help you schedule and plan out the content that you're going to put up, so you don't have to always consistently be thinking about it. You can just be told what to do. Or maybe you want to hire an editor so then they can edit the content for you, and all you have to worry about is recording it, you know? Or even if you're like in school, say you're in school, don't be so hard on yourself. Like, one, stop skipping class. Two, if you don't do well on one test, then think about, okay, what did you do that caused you to not do well on this test, and then what were you doing before when you were doing good in school for you to do better again. And then incorporate, go back to the basics. Like, were you going to class all the time? Were you studying? Were you writing your notes? Were you going over your notes? So on and so forth. Like, remember what you was doing when you was doing well in it, and then consistently do that. Okay, and then notice what you do when you're not doing well, and then remind yourself, don't do that, or don't get into the habit of doing that often or consistently, because then you'll fall into the habit of not doing well in your tests, or not getting a lot of orders, or not doing well in your numbers and growing on your social media platform, right? Or say you're working a job, or maybe it's like you're not making any money right now because you don't have a job, and so now you feel like you aren't worthy because you don't have any money, but there was a time when you was making a lot of money, and that was because you was working a good job, right? So maybe you want to go and get a job, okay? But that is if that's in the case of, like, me personally, I can't get a working job because I hate working a job, you know? Even though I was making really good money when I was working a job, and when I work a job, because I'm a licensed esthetician, I make a good money from that. But personally, I hate my life when I work jobs. So personally, I want to go do that. But there's times when I make a lot of good money through social media, and that's because I'm very consistent on it. I'm always promoting like personal readings, things like that, and I'm always posting, so I'm always showing up for my viewers, my customers, my fans, right? So, but say you are somebody who you don't like doing content creation, you don't like that whole, like, the artistic side of life, and you prefer working a job, like say you prefer to be like a lawyer, a nurse, a doctor, working a corporate job, things like that, then I would say then, okay, what is it that you love to do? Okay, go back to the basics. What did you enjoy doing? What do you love doing? And what can you do consistently and not have to quit every 2 weeks or every month or so, right? Figure out what it is that you love to do that doesn't require you to exert too much energy, so you will go and show up as your full self every single day, instead of wanting to quit every day and thinking like, oh, like, I hate my job, I hate my life, like, I don't want to go in, yada yada yada. And every job requires like energy, attention, and for you to show up sometimes when you don't want to show up, whether it's you're working for yourself or you're working for other people. But there are certain jobs that's easier for you to show up, and you'll feel the need to not show up less, right? So if you work a job that you actually genuinely enjoy showing up to, instead of being like, oh my gosh, I have to go to work today, you'll be like, oh my gosh, I get to go to work today. Like, I get to do that. When I record videos for you guys, I literally am excited to get up and record these videos for you guys, right? So find a job or an industry where you can feel like, oh my gosh, like, yes, maybe you'll have to go back to school, maybe you have to change your major, maybe you have to shift career fields, and then maybe it might cause you to make a little less income at first, but that's okay, because in the long run, and play the long game, you will be making a lot more money, and you'll be a lot more happier in life, because now, instead of feeling the need to have to quit or not want to show up and, you know, ruining your reputation when it comes to working and people hiring you, you will show up as your best self and make people want to hire you or want to promote you, want to give you promotions, give you raises, give you bonuses, because you're working in a field that you genuinely love, in the industry that you genuinely love, and that radiates off of you. People feel the energy, like when you are happy where you are compared to when you're miserable and you're just showing up because of the money, right? What you want in life is to be free, right? Financially free and like emotionally free. Like, you want to be able to show up at a job, and you want to be able to show up at a job that you would be doing those things anyway, whether or not you was doing it for the money, right? Like, if personally I can do tarot reading for the rest of my life and be happy whether or not I was getting paid for it, would I prefer to get paid for it? Yes, because things cost money, and at least now I can do something I love and get paid for it. But even when I wasn't getting paid for tarot, I was still pulling out my cards and either giving myself a reading or giving my friends, my family, something like that, a reading, just because I enjoyed it and just because it was fun. I still will pull out my cards and give myself a reading, or give my friends a reading, or give my family a reading without charging them sometimes. But honestly, I prefer if they support my business and actually book a reading personally. But I don't mind giving free readings if I'm in the mood and I want to, you know? But yeah, so I'm gonna pull from the Goddess Journey Major Arcana deck. We have the Hermit coming out in reverse, and this is Virgo. And then we also have, I'm gonna pull one more card from here. We have Death, which is Scorpio. Okay, so, and then at the bottom of the deck we have the Hierophant in reverse, which is Taurus. Okay, those are the signs that I'm going to say are present. We also have the Emperor, which is Aries, and then we have Cups, which is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and then Wands, which is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay, but with the Hermit and the Death card is that there needs to be changes. Okay, you need to step out of your comfort zone, and you need to show up as your best self now every single day. You can't keep living life the way that you've been living it and expect to see change. Okay, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting change. Okay, you need to change, you need to develop, you need to improve, you need to be better. Okay, this month of December, if you watch my December predictions video, the main message was basically you showing up for yourself, pouring into yourself, you raising yourself as a person and becoming a better version of yourself, loving yourself more, pouring into yourself more, showing up for yourself. Okay, find out about yourself, learn yourself, and figure out what it is that you actually like doing and what you want to spend the rest of your life doing. Stop beating around the bush. Stop trying to live for other people. Stop trying to do what other people tell you that you should do. At this point, you're grown. Yes, your mom might have told you that you should be a nurse or a doctor or a lawyer growing up. Everybody, or engineer. Everybody's parents said that. Okay, but is that really what you want to do? And if it is, that's great. Then figure out where in that field you want to specialize in. You hear what I'm saying? So you can be happy every time you work, you go to work. Stop doing things just for the money. Do things because you love it, because then the money will come, and it will come easier, and it will come quicker to you, and it'll be more consistent, because you won't quit or you won't call out every other day. You're going to show up every day. You might even go in the days that you are, you know, the days that you don't have to go in. If they ask you to pick up a shift, you'll be like, yeah, I love to pick up a shift, because you actually enjoy working there, and you'll call out a lot less and you'll quit a lot less, which means that you will spend more time at that job, which means you'll have the opportunity to get a promotion and or a raise, which means you'll end up making more money. And especially if you're performing well, which you will do if you enjoy the job, right? If you perform well, then they're going to be more inclined to give you that promotion and give you that raise and give you all those benefits and add on things like, you know, they'll take you out to eat. Like, a lot of bosses take out their workers to eat, and you know, things like that. So yeah, pile number 1, that is your reading. If you'd like to see the extended version, check the link in my description box and subscribe to my Patreon. I'll be recording that right now. Also make sure you subscribe to this channel with the bell notification on, so you can be notified whenever I upload. I'm posting every single day for the month of December up until Christmas on the 25th. That'll be the last day that I'm posting consistently. I don't know, I might just continue, but we'll see how I'm feeling at that time. But I will be posting at least one video every single day up until the 25th. Also, make sure you give this video a thumbs up if it resonated, and leave a comment below letting me know which part you came from and how it resonated. The links to the rest of my platforms are in the description box, as well as my Patreon and my Etsy for personal readings. I love each and every single one of you guys, and I'll see you either in your extended reading or tomorrow in your next reading. Bye. Okay, pile number 2. If you pick the photo of the home, it's like white and pink, beige and pink, off-white and pink, with a Christmas tree in the corner. This is the picture, okay? If you pick that picture, and there's like mini Christmas trees on the table, so cute, so cute, so cute. Then this is the reading for you. So Lord Heavenly Father, please tap me into pile number 2's energy, so I may deliver these messages to them with honesty and truth, accuracy and precision, for the good of all and harm to none. Amen. Lord Heavenly Father, universe, what guidance do you have for my pile number 2s to help them increase their finances? Okay, so you might want to get into real estate. Maybe that's up to you, but buying houses and then renting them out or Airbnb them out is actually a really great investment, because then if you rent it out, you can have, especially if you rent it out to like multiple families or something like that, you can have, oh my gosh, my ear is itching. You can have the tenants, the people who's living there that you're renting it out to, or the people who's paying the Airbnb, they will cover the mortgage, the monthly mortgage, and then also additional income over that. So you'll pay off the mortgage and then you'll still have more money coming in. So then any money that you make after the mortgage, you have paid off the mortgage, is now money that you're pocketing as income. So you're having your house paid for and then some, right? So my nails got so long. You might also be like into nails or want to be like a hair model, or you're like a nail tech or something like that. Okay, but or like interior design. You might be really good at interior design, or you might be really good at making like lifestyle content. Okay, but yeah, so we're going to get into your tarot cards now. Also, just so you know, I'm doing an extended reading. If you didn't watch the intro, there is an extended part to this reading. If you would like to see it, then you can subscribe to my Patreon. The link is in the description box below. It is $5.55 to subscribe to the lowest tier, which will get you all the readings if you need it. And 10% off of a personal reading from me, which you can also find the link to in the description box. So we're starting off with the Mermaid Tarot deck to figure out what messages the universe has for you to help increase your financial situation, help increase your finances. I'm also hearing multiple sources of income. So if you don't know, the average millionaire has at least 7 sources of the average millionaire has 7 sources of income. Okay, so if you're working a 9-to-5 job, then and you would like to increase your income and you can't get like a raise at your job, or you can't work more hours, then I would say take some of that money that you are making from the 9-to-5 job and put it into something else that will help make you more money. So whether it's stocks, or like I said in the beginning, investing in real estate and then flipping the homes, renting it out, or doing Airbnbs. Or I also said nail tech or interior design, so those can maybe be like side hobbies, things like that, and have like clients. Then those are ways that you can increase your income. So maybe if you always like to do nails, you can go to nail tech school, which I think is like 300 hours. I don't really remember. My family friend did it. I did sex school, which took 600 hours, I believe. It took 6 months basically. But like you can do it on the time, like the times that you're not at work. You can go to school, get a skill, like get licensed at a skill, and then build your clientele for that. Excuse me. And then that can be another source of income until that. And then if you want to leave the job that you're at already, you can continue to do that until that is as a side hustle, until that can cover what the job that you're working at already pays you, and then just continue to build on that, and then maybe start doing social media or something. We have the 6 of Wands in reverse. Yeah, I'm seeing that you're not really happy at the job that you're at, or like you just feel like it's not enough. We have the 2 of Cups in reverse, and then the Emperor in reverse. Exactly. You're feeling as though you're not loving what you're doing, and then you're also feeling like it's not paying you enough. So maybe it doesn't cover all your bills and such. 3 of Cups upright. And you're looking at other people, like you've seen other people like traveling and celebrating and like going out to eat and all these things, and you're like, you want to be able to do that too, but you can't with the income that you have, basically, if you're going to be financially intelligent and financially like responsible. So but you're not loving what you do, so basically, but you can't leave what you're doing. So what you got to do is you're going to have to strive and like hustle a little bit before you can leave that job. Because say you have like children, or you have bills to pay, or you know, you have like a car note or rent, whatever the case is, you have to pay your school off, whatever. So basically what you want to do is, like I said, you might want to go to school. Maybe you have to work part-time, or even if you have to continue working full-time because you can't afford to like work less. Either ask for a raise so that can like, you know, cover it up, or go to school while you're working. And that's why I'm like, you might have to hustle a little bit, right? But go to school for a skill that you love. Go to school for something that you really love to do, or just pour into whatever it is that you want to do. So say you want to do real estate while you're working full time, take a course on learning about real estate, and then take the exam, the state board exam, to get licensed as a real estate agent. And I don't think you have to do that in order to, like, you know, sell Airbnb and such like that. Me personally though, I'm just really big on paperwork and getting licensed and such like that. So one, you learn about the situation, so you're not scared about, you know, the law, or you doing things correctly, whatever the case is. And then also, if you get sued, at least you have the government covering you. You can actually start a official business under it, things like that. Also, starting a business is also really smart. You can start a business and then use the money that you're making from your 9 to 5 to fund the business until the business is up and running and doing a good job. Also, you can, like, say you want to do a YouTube channel, or you want to do TikToks or something like that, or like Instagram. You can use the money that you're making from your 9 to 5 to fund those things. Because say you want to do makeup tutorials, you have to buy new makeup. A lot of people more so watch reviews than they do watch tarot card. They watch reviews than they do watch makeup tutorials, because nowadays most people know how to do makeup. At least if you're interested in makeup, a lot of people already know how to do makeup. So you want to also do reviews, right? Do a full face of new makeup, a full face of drugstore makeup, do a full face of Too Faced, like the brand, like full face of one type of brand, things like that. So you'll have to you'll have to consistently be buying new makeup products in order to stay ahead of the trends. I constantly have to get new decks, right? So it's like you use the job that you already have to fund the job that you want to have, and then don't make sure that the job is something that will make you more money. Like social media influencing, there's no cap of how much money you can make. Entrepreneurship, no cap. Real estate, no cap. You want a job that one doesn't pay you by the hour, because there's only 24 hours in a day, which means you can only make so much money a day, or make so much money a year. And then also you want to be able to bring in passive income as well, so you can make money in your sleep. You can wake up to more money, basically. Okay, we're gonna pull from the Goddess Journey, and then we have the Hermit in reverse and the Death card in reverse. Okay, and then we also have Judgment in reverse. Why is everything in reverse? Okay, and then we have the Moon. I feel like you're already doing some of this stuff, or you want to do these things and you've been thinking about doing them for a while, and you just haven't actually bite the bullet yet. I think that's the saying. And it's out of fear of judgment, fear of failure, fear of not being enough. But you're being asked to step out of your comfort zone and stop giving 2 F's about what the next person thinks, and start thinking about yourself. Start imagining yourself on the beach and waking up to $1 million that day on the beach from not doing anything that day, because you did the work previously before you went on the vacation, and your video that you put out to promote this product went viral, and then it got sold out within a couple of hours, and then you made a bunch of money while you was on vacation, not even stressed or worrying about your business at that time, because it's up and running and it's fine by itself. You have people taking care of it, because you delegated the task of, you know, setting out orders and things like that. And you already was making enough income as it was at your, without having a video go viral, for you to afford this trip. And the trip is being written off as a business expense anyway. And now you're just able to enjoy the extra money that you had, the extra residual income that you had come in now, because that video went viral and everybody wanted to buy your product and sold out your product in 24 hours. Passive income, that's there. Take the 9 to 5 job that you have, invest it into something that will help you create this passive income, so you can wake up to more money. And then eventually that passive income, or the multiple forms of passive income, like I said, the average millionaire has 7 sources of income. Take those, once those passive income covers how much you're making at this 9 to 5 job, you can quit that 9 to 5 job and then pour all your time and energy into the passive incomes, or the other sources of income that you was building that you prefer to work at, and then have that even past how much you was making at that 9 to 5, since you can put more energy into it now. But that is your reading, pile number 2. I hope it resonated. If it did, you might want to check out the extended reading on my Patreon. It's $5.55 to subscribe to my Patreon. You might also want to book a personal reading for me. You can find out on my Etsy. It's $100. If you subscribe to my Patreon, you can find, depending on which tier you subscribe to, you'll have a certain amount of discounts offer the personal reading. Also, the links to the rest of my platforms are also in the description box, and the links to my storefronts to purchase the decks that I use is also there as well. So thank you guys so much for watching. I love each and every single one of you guys, and I'll see you in my next reading tomorrow. Bye. Okay, pile number 3. If you pick the photo of the hand with the pretty nails that have like snowflakes on it, then this is the reading for you. So Lord Heavenly Father, please tap me into pile number 3's energy, so I may deliver these messages to them with accuracy and precision, honesty and truth, for the good of all and harm to none, Lord. Amen. Universe, what guidance can you give me for pile number 3 to help them improve their finances? We're gonna start off with the Mermaid Tarot deck. This might sound a little shallow, but depending on your career, you might actually, no, not even, yeah, you might want to indulge in a little bit more self-care and focus a little bit more on how you present yourself to the world physically, like your physical appearance. So it might mean like conforming to societal norms, or code switching. So say you want a professional job, like a professional corporate job, but you have like purple hair and long nails, and you know, always wearing short tight clothing, and things like that. Like that's what you're wearing to interviews. I saw on Twitter, it was like this black lady, she's the hiring manager at her corporate job, and she's like she had 2 interviews that day with 2 black people. The black man came in with a do-rag and the black woman came in with a bonnet on, and she's like, I'm trying so hard for us, but how am I supposed to explain this to my manager? She's a black woman trying, clearly trying to hire more black people at her company. But how is she supposed to explain, yeah, I hired the lady who came in with a bonnet on, or hired the man who came in with a do-rag on? Have some type of decorum. Understand time and place. Okay, this is not you in your home. This is not you running to the beauty supply store really quickly to get some products or extra hair in order to finish your hair. This is not you running to the grocery store Christmas morning or Thanksgiving morning so you can go and get groceries really quickly because you need extra butter for the apple pie. This is an interview at an official professional job at a corporate company, at a Fortune 500 company, and that's how you're gonna show up? Does that even make sense? Let's be so for real. Okay, so you might, and if you don't want to conform, that's fine. Then don't expect to get a job there. Get a job in the industry that accept people that dress like you, But stop trying to change. Because personally, I like the fact that if I work at a corporate job, I get to wear a suit every day. I get to look primed and proper every day. So time and place. If you don't want to conform to an environment, go to the environment that you feel comfortable in. Because you're gonna be wearing purple hair at the corporate job, say you do get the job, or you're gonna be wearing the bonnet to work, and then everybody else is looking at you and judging you, and then you're gonna feel some type of way, and then you're not gonna want to work there anyway. So because personally, I would judge you if you wore a bonnet at work. Like, personally, I'm gonna judge you. So I'm gonna put some lip gloss on. This is NYX, by the way, NYX Butter Gloss, and the shade Sugar Glass. This is the clear one. I got this at Howard during the homecoming. NYX is always there, honestly. It's like always there. So okay. I like my lips looking glassy. Okay, but yeah, we're gonna pull some tarot cards. And I'm sorry that sounds judgmental, but sometimes y'all need to hear it, because y'all be doing stuff that don't make no sense. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Don't walk into the people's company in the people's building looking like that and expect to get the job. Like, why would you just make us look so bad? Like, you could have gotten the job. All you had to do was do your hair that day. Come looking presentable. That's all you have to do. Okay, we have Temperance, Sagittarius energy, and then we also have the Wheel of Fortune coming out, which is Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, and Taurus. And then we also have Ace of Cups, which is water signs, so Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces. And then at the bottom of the deck we have Seven of Pentacles, which is Earth energy, so Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. Okay, so patience, end of a cycle, and then finding your new love. Okay, so finding, if I've been looking for a job for some time, or like putting in a lot of work, or you haven't worked in some time, so maybe you just had a baby, you just had a family, and you stayed at home for some time, excuse me, taking care of the family, and you're ready to go like back out to work. Or maybe you've just been searching for a job for a long time and you haven't realized why you wasn't able to get a job. So that little spiel I gave you in the beginning is like a little bit of a hint. Understand what, like when you're applying for jobs and things like that, understand what type of company, or yeah, understand what company you're going into and then dress accordingly to that company. So if you're working a corporate job, dress for that. If you're working retail, dress according to the like the type of clothes they sell at that store. If you're doing aesthetics, you know, just things like that. Like figure out, do research on the company before you even go into the interview, so when you have questions for the interviewer, and then 2, you know how to dress, 3, you know how to act, 4, you already have background information on it, so you can make the interview personalized to that company. So if they ask, oh, why should we hire you, and you're applying for like a beauty, like a makeup store that has a lot of values and morals around spirituality, then you can be like, oh yeah, I'm very into spirituality. You know, I'm certified in Reiki and I care a lot about energies, and you know, I'm really in touch with like crystals, and you know, spirituality. I went through a spiritual awakening and it changed my life, and you know, I'm really good at makeup, and I learned how to incorporate like doing my daily self-care routine in my self-care affirmations and self-love affirmations every morning when I'm doing my makeup, and whenever I'm doing my skincare and my makeup in the mirror, I always tell myself affirmations, and I listen to affirmations and subliminals while I'm doing these things, yada yada, because then the interviewer will be like, okay, 1, they understand the values of the company, the mission of the company, the vision of the company, and then they also, this person I'm interviewing also personally relates to this company on an everyday basis, where they don't have to try to show up as something they're not, so they'll feel comfortable and they'll be able to enjoy their time here. So then the turnover rate for employees will be lower because they won't quit soon after being hired, right? Okay, but I do see that here, after like a long time of trying to find a job, or you know, just being out of a job or something like that, there will be a turn of events that will lead you to falling in love with the job that you're about to have, or you might get a promotion or something, a new position, or a raise where you'll feel comfortable and happy in the job that you're already in, but it will feel like a new job for you. I'm also seeing that you could end up finding new love, and they're going to take care of you, and bring in a huge new finance for you. So maybe you're marrying somebody and they have an inheritance, or that, you know, they make good money, so then now you're putting your two incomes together, and instead of, you know, having to take care of all the finances yourself, there's somebody else who's going to help you with your finances. I'm not saying to do that in order to improve your finances. I'm just saying that that's what I see coming in the future after something occurs. So don't sit around waiting like, oh yeah, Shana Bell said that someone's gonna come in who's rich and famous and about to marry me, so I don't have to do anything. I can just lay in my bed all day and not doing. That's not what I said. Because honestly, you might end up having to be at work, and then this person finds you at work and you help them, and just like, oh, this person is so smart and so cool, like, let me ask them out to dinner. And you got to dinner and they realize that you are a high value person who works a great job and have so much going for you, and that's why they want to marry you. Okay, don't be sluggish because you want to marry rich men, like wealthy women, like wealthy mindsets, you know. Rich men and rich women like rich men and rich women. Okay, we tend to gravitate to what we are. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna pull from the Guidance Journey Major Arcana tarot deck. That little spill at the beginning took a lot of your reading. Okay, what? I mean, that was your reading though, so. financial guidance. Okay, we have the Temptress. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. Oh my gosh, coming out again. So the Temptress is Capricorn, and the Wheel of Fortune coming out twice. This also has Jupiter on it, which is Sagittarius energy. And at the bottom of the deck, we have Death in reverse. Yeah. So you're fearing some type of change. You're my love. You're gonna have to change. You're gonna have to change just to tap it. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different outcome. That's not how it works, boo. You need to change if you want more money coming in. But also, Temptress is giving like you're addicted to something. So in temptation, so also I'm giving like, again, like you're not dressing right for the occasion, and if you want to dress like that and be like that and act like that, that's fine, but then enter that field, like enter a career in that field or a career within that environment. So if you want to be an OF, like if you want to dress like that, you might want to like think about doing sex work or being OF, which is sex work, stripper, things like that, because we're not insulting them. Or if you do that, then you know you're kind of in the right field, and then just dive into that more, and then you know, things will start changing for you and working for you. Just like keep going. But me personally, I'm not reading for like that type of energy. I do know I had a viewer who had an OnlyFans, who has an OF account, portfolio platform. So like, yeah, you're in, you know, if that's what you do, then you're in the right field. Like you attract a lot of wealthy men, or you're about to. That could be what that was. Like you're attracting a lot of wealthy men who are like literally obsessed with you and addicted to you, and you know, you might get a pay pig or whatever the case is. But then I'm also seeing that you want to build from that and like move forward, and like this is a time where you're lucky, like you can take that platform that you have and use it to build something more for yourself. So maybe, I don't know, start like a sex toy company, or you know, lingerie company or something like that. Like take what you have and that like platform that you have and turn it into something else. So one, you don't have to do that for the rest of your life, because you're not going to always have your body, you're not always going to be young, you're not always going to be sexy, you know. So you still want an income coming in after that's like gone, and use that to your advantage now and build a reputation for yourself outside of that. That will help benefit you in the long run. But then again, if you're somebody who doesn't want that, or say you do have that type of career and you want to change that career, then you need to change who you are. Like change how you present yourself to the world, change how you dress, how you carry yourself, all that stuff, because certain things do attract certain type of energy, and if you want to attract a different type of energy, then you will have to present yourself in a different way, right? So not showing off all your goods and not being as sexy, and I'm not saying you can't be sexy, you can't show off your goods. Time and place for things, like I'm saying, if you go to the club, clearly you're not going to wear a nun's outfit to the club, but if you're going for a walk, you might not want to wear the most gimpiest, you know, type of thing. If you're going to be in an area where you know you don't want to attract the men in that area, then you might want to cover up a little bit, because you know you showing off your body is going to attract attention, and you don't want those type of men's attention. So why would you wear clothes? Like time and place, think ahead. Like let's be so for real. You know what it is. Like you're not slow, you're not dumb, and you know what you do. You know what you're doing. You know this power you hold. So use discernment and be smart. You don't have to show off your body all day every day. I'm not saying that you have to cover up, but then don't be upset when you're attracting attention that you don't want. You know. So, and then also if you cover, also men attack you and, you know, bother you or whatever the case is, even if you are covered up all the time. So I'm not even trying to victim blame or anything like that. I'm just saying, don't give people the opportunity to be able to victim blame. And also, like I said, time and place. If you're going to a job interview at like a corporate job or something like something professional of that type of manner, then you're not going to wear what you wear to the club, right? But if you're going to interview to be like a corn star, then clearly you're going to, or like a dancer, then clearly you're going to wear clothes like you will wear at the club, because that just makes sense, right? So time and place, know what type of job you want, and then dress accordingly for that. But at a time, if you would like to know more, then check out the extended reading that you can find the link to in the description box below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel with the bell notification on so you can be notified whenever I upload. Also, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment below letting me know what pile you came from and how it resonated. Also, all the links to the rest of my platforms are in the description box. You already know this. I love each and every single one of you guys, and I'll see you in my next reading tomorrow.
If he really cares, 'cause I can't